Y'all go watch that video. It's literally night and day. Y'all are gonna be like, who was that girl? I have no clue. Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we have, oh, my robe's coming a little open. We have another chit chat, get ready with me, and today we're going to be talking all about confidence, body positivity, specifically from a plus size perspective, because that's what I know. So if you guys would like to see what I have to say and a little get ready with me, I'm also going to be wearing some eyeshadow. Then please keep watching. Okay, so I have gone ahead and done most of my eyebrows off camera because, you know, I can't talk and do really detailed specific things. Right now, I'm just topping them off with a little bit of concealer. I will, of course, link all the products that I'm using today down below. I got new shoes on the ride, rolling down 95. And you can see in my car that I'm looking for a cutie pie. My next step is going to be to use my Milk setting spray, but you can use this before and after. And it has a huge mist. I really like it. I know it won't work the closer we get into spring and summer, but right now it's good. Let's start this talk about confidence. I would have to say that this topic is one of the most asked things of me on my channel, and I think because obviously I'm plus size, and not to say that like I have the most confidence in the world and I'm never insecure about my body or just other things overall, because that's not true, but you know, I'm confident enough to come on camera and do swimsuit try-on hauls, clothing try-on hauls, even when I look very imperfect, very flawed, even when my weight is up, when my weight is down. I've gained a few pounds since the start of the year when I got COVID, and all my weight now at this point in my life as I get older is going to my face, and I hate it. I feel so large, but my body hasn't changed much. I'm still wearing the same size, but it's going all to my face. And some days I look in the mirror and I'm like, I wish I could be different. I wish I could change. I wish it were easier for me to lose weight. But unfortunately, I have the metabolism of a tortoise. So fortunately for me though, I do have a lot of confidence. And so I just want to talk about kind of how to become more confident and what are some things you can do to help surround yourself with people who will support you on that journey. For a little backstory, as always, and like I said, I'm going to be listing all these products down below. Actually, I'm gonna do my eyes first, so let me just get rid of this. So pretty much, I have always been bigger. When I was younger, I was what people consider now thick. I was probably like a woman's size 10 to 12. I was about a size large when I was in middle school, like around that age. I was what people consider now to be thick, but at that time it was considered big. And you know those memes where it's like, I wish I could go back to how big I was when I thought I was so huge. Like literally that's me sometimes, which just goes to show like, yes, I have confidence. Yes, I love and appreciate my body even though I'm not where I am, but there are things that I want to work on. There are things that I wish were different. You know, growing up, I was always a bit bigger. Being plus size, being bigger is not something I'm new. I'm true to this. I've been larger my whole life. Even when I was like a child and I was starting out in ballet, I was thick. I was never like not wearing children's clothes, but I was thicker bodied. I've always been bigger. But one thing that I will say that really helped me is that clearly I'm big because it's in my genes. I'll try to insert some pictures on the screen from my childhood. So I was always around women who were bigger, but who owned it. Women who were fabulous, women who went after whatever they want, whether that be getting married and having kids and having a fulfilling career in life. I never saw plus size women as a bad thing. And so I'm so grateful that thankfully for my genes, I always saw being bigger in a positive light. Now, of course, I'm not naive. This is not to say that being overweight and obese is 100% healthy. Thankfully though, I don't have any medications I'm on. All my levels at the doctor are great because I do stay active. I just have a bigger body frame, but obviously we know it's not the healthiest to be overweight, but sometimes you're literally fighting your genetics. I'm so grateful that I grew up with women in my life who were overweight, whether it was just a little thick, a little chunky, or even just obese, but they didn't let it stop them. When people leave comments and they're like, how did you become confident as a plus size woman? Sometimes I feel like I don't have the answers because like it was ingrained in me growing up. Like part of the reason why I am who I am is literally because of how my parents raised me. I never saw myself as being different per se until I got to school. I wasn't ever bullied as a child, but you know, like when there's a guy or a boy, because we were kids, when there's a boy in school who likes you and maybe you don't give him the attention he wants, then the first insult they go to is, well, you're fat. But luckily for me, it was just like, okay, you're still getting turned down. It's like, yes, I'm clearly aware that I'm bigger. So I never really went through bullying because I was the child who stayed in the background at school. I did my work, I made my A's, and I went home. So no one really paid attention to me like that. And we'll get to that later. So I was never bullied, but you know those kids who like to lash out at others when they're mad. I did have people, you know, recognizing my weight, but it never made me feel less than. So the first thing I would say is that if you have children, if you are going to be a parent and you're plus size, it is so important to ingrain in them at a young age to instill that you're beautiful the way you are. Like I always heard that growing up from my parents, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're smart. You know, there's other things other than your looks that you have to make you feel worthy. So being on YouTube was really the first point in my life where it's like my beauty per se was put on a pedestal. When I was growing up, it was me being in ballet, my mind, I was really smart. So I never really had a focus on my looks. So letting your children know that yes, you're beautiful and amazing, but your looks are not the most important thing about you, I think is so important. But it's also so very important, at least for girls to hear growing up, that you're beautiful and amazing, because there's going to be so many people in the world, including young men and grown men, who try to tear you down. You really have to have that foundation. So I'm so glad that growing up I felt amazing just the way I was. Even when I was a size 10 to 12, I knew I was a little thicker. I knew when I went shopping sometimes it was a bit harder because like back then they didn't have plus size stores and I was probably too small. I was in that mid-size range. That was the only real difficult time I had. Going shopping was terrible. But I'm so glad that my parents always poured into me because that's so important. And I know that some kids don't get it, and that's why if you see I'm always calling you guys beautiful, it's so important to be uplifted and supported. So if I can make a difference by telling all of you that you're beautiful in the comments, you better believe I will, because you need to know that before you go out in the world and they try to tear you down. Let's move on to some eyeshadow because I don't know what got into me, but I want to wear some eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using my Master Palette by Mario from ABH. Oh, okay, well luckily we have fingers. I'm gonna be using the shade Paris, and this is like a deep shade. And I'm just gonna pop that on my lid with my ring finger. I just want to do something nice and neutral. Y'all know I don't wear too much makeup. Then on top of that, I'm going to use Fifth Avenue, which is probably my most used shade in this entire palette. And I'm going to put that all over my lid. And if you ever have to apply eyeshadow with your finger, I would suggest using a non-dominant finger such as your ring finger. Okay, so my second biggest tip on how to like gain confidence or be more confident as a plus size woman, or this could really pertain to anyone. If you are taller than most, if you are shorter, if there's anything about you that is outside of what's considered normal, surround yourself with people who look like you. And this kind of goes into like growing up, I saw a lot of women who looked like me. But it's funny, I was talking to my friend Kendra the other day because she was asked about confidence, and I never really realized that having a plus size friend did so much for my confidence. Growing up, no one else in my friend group at least was big. Everyone was pretty much normal sized. And though my friends didn't make me feel badly about it, you know, there are certain things about childhood that can be made strained, like going shopping with your friends. You know, there's just certain instances where unless people can actually relate to you on that level, they really don't understand. And so having a friend like Kendra, that was probably the first time ever in life that I had a plus size friend who was actually fabulous and confident and a boss in her own right. I mean, just the epitome of someone who is out living their best life. And I don't mean that like, oh, I'm living my best life. No, I mean like walking in their purpose, being exactly who they're meant to be, helping others, all the confidence in the world to just be themselves. And you don't see that a lot. You know, a lot of times if you're the largest person in a friend group, you're in the back of pictures hiding because you don't necessarily feel supported. So having a friend like Kendra, and it's so interesting because I didn't previously think about it, but even that has boosted my confidence and self-esteem. Having another friend who understands the struggles of being plus size, but who also can enjoy some of the fun times of being plus size, going to plus size stores and trying on clothes and sharing clothes and just relating to issues. I think that's so important. Not to say like, oh, you can't have any straight sized friends, because like you shouldn't be picking your friends based off of what they look like. But I think having that friendship and on that type of scale has been it's been so empowering to me. And that's also what you can get on social media. Social media is often a place where you see a lot of bodies that are the standard, like small or now thick, but like being plus size is still not normal. Even though the average size woman is plus size, it's not what is celebrated most in society. So I'm so grateful to have a friend who's plus size, who can relate to me on so many levels. You know, the fact that she was a stylist, like she helps me with my clothes sometimes. You know, I'm still basic and boring, but she gives me confidence by simply just living her authentic life. And I'm so grateful for that. I think it's so important to have people in your circle who embody the things that you aspire to be or do. No one says that you have to be the perfect example of confidence, but maybe if there's a friend in your social circle who does have more confidence in an area, glean from them. Like literally let them be a walking example of who you can be. I've met so many amazing plus size women on YouTube. There's so many plus size beautiful women who just inspire me to literally be my best self. Even if you don't have that social circle at home, like in your everyday life, find it online. Find online communities where you feel like you're properly supported. That's a big key. And the last thing I kind of want to talk about, oddly enough, is that social media has helped me become more confident. And while I do this, I'm gonna put my lash glue on because the last time I did a get ready with me, I forgot about that. Being on social media has allowed me to gain a new level of confidence, to like unlock a new level. Before coming onto YouTube, I don't think I would have ever done a try on haul. I don't think I ever would have posed in a swimsuit online, but there's something about, you know, maybe it's just me. YouTube is like a stage for me. Like when I come on my channel, I really just feel my best self. Maybe I feel more confident doing things that maybe aren't supported in my regular life. YouTube has really given me the confidence. I would say in many, many ways. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos that I referenced. This is a video from like 6 or 7 years ago. And if you go and watch it, I'll link it down below. I was talking about my favorite Bond No. 9 fragrances. You literally see how much more confident and secure I am on camera today. Back when I started YouTube, there were plus size women, but they didn't look like me. I didn't relate to them. Most of them were fashionistas, and I'm never gonna be a fashionista. I enjoy fashion, but that's just not me. But I feel like when I started YouTube, I was in a shell. I felt like I had to be I don't even know, but I wasn't this lively person I am today. I wasn't the person that could share their full personality. So being on YouTube has really boosted my confidence. And it's so interesting because there's so much negativity on social media, but in the midst of that, I'm able to block out the noise because once again, I realize it's like most of the time when people make disparaging comments about you, negative comments, they're projecting. Because like, why are y'all so focused on my weight if I'm not? Like, are you uncomfortable seeing larger women because maybe you were larger and you got smaller? I don't know, but being on YouTube has given me so much confidence even through the nasty comments because I realize that people are projecting and the people who say mean things about you more than likely don't feel good about themselves because people who feel great about themselves don't have to spend their time putting others down. And through it all, it just gave me more confidence. It's like, wow, I really can just be exactly who I am. And there are people who like me and I'm sure there are people who don't, but it doesn't have to affect how I feel about myself. So I would like to thank you guys and YouTube for allowing me to have a different level of confidence that I never imagined. Literally, if you watch older videos from me, I don't have confidence and authority in what I'm saying. I mean, I'm literally like, it's night and day, and if I can insert a clip in the video, I will. I am going to show you a little demo later on. Of course, I won't have my makeup off, but I just want to let you know how you use it and what it looks like because it's kind of cool. I did like this product. For about the first 2 weeks that I used it, I did see that my skin was smoother and softer and I didn't have any initial breakouts. Then I started to have some hormonal breakouts, but I did notice that they were a lot smaller and more treatable. And instead of getting like tons of huge ones, I just got really tiny ones around my face. So I do think it worked. There's really no con to this product. I say all this to say that yes, it's great to have been brought up with a community who was supportive of my weight, but not everybody's gonna have that, and that's okay. You can go out and build your own community, whether it's online, whether it's in your own actual environment. Sorry, there's an Amber Alert. And you can surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. You guys are a huge boost to my confidence. I mean, not to say that like you come on YouTube to fish for compliments, but there's something about being appreciated for exactly you just being yourself. You know, I don't come on here trying to be someone else. I don't come on here trying to look like the quote unquote it girl, but you guys still appreciate and support me for just being myself. That gives me confidence to continue doing exactly what I want to do and not have the outside noise deter me from walking in my truth. I want to thank you guys, and I just hope anyone out there struggling with confidence realizes that it really starts within. You have to tell yourself that you're amazing just the way you are. You're perfect just the way you are. And no, that doesn't mean you can't improve yourself and lose weight and, you know, if you want to, get surgery, but you really just have to start with a basis of loving yourself. I don't necessarily like the size that I am right now. I would like to lose about 30 pounds, but I'm not gonna walk around feeling bad about myself. I'm not gonna put myself down. I'm glad to have a healthy body, as in free of disease and conditions, to where I can walk through life at ease. I'm grateful for that. No, I might not be at my best, but I'm not at my worst. And that also goes into confidence. You know, I don't have to be perfect, but I'm great just the way I am. I really hope this little chat helped somebody because, like I said, I see these comments pretty often on my channel and I never really know how to answer them, like how to be more confident or how did you get confidence. But as I started thinking more about it, I'm like, not only was it my family, but it's my friends that I surround myself with. You know, even my friends who aren't plus size, they don't make my size like a thing. It's not like we go out and they're like, oh, here's our big friend. Everybody is supportive of people just being genuinely them. And I think that is so, so important. Have a strong community, have people around you who build you up and make you feel your best, because there's enough disgusting people in the outside world waiting to tear you down. You really have to know who you are first. I'm always gonna continue pouring into people because it's so important. And I know that I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have people telling me that I was amazing and beautiful and perfect just the way I am. That I don't have to look like everybody else. It's literally okay to be plus size, okay? And you can be plus size and healthy even if you're not. You have to love yourself. I don't let my weight stop me from going after anything. If I want it, I'm gonna go after it. And it's wild that being on YouTube has really helped me with that. I would have never in a million years thought that being on YouTube would make me more confident. Y'all go watch that video. It's literally night and day. Y'all are gonna be like, who was that girl? I have no clue. Being on the internet has allowed me to know myself better and given me a level of confidence that I apparently never had. And if it takes you having to get on YouTube and fake it till you make it, and literally just personify confidence, one day you will exude that naturally, I promise. Because I did not know I was not that confident when I first got on YouTube. I thought I was. But looking back, boy, was I wrong. Next, I'm gonna take my bronzer and we're gonna chisel this face because she's gained a little weight, okay? Snatch that face. Whew. Right on up. We love a chiseled cheekbone. So if you're watching this video and you have any tips for improving one's confidence, I would like for you to leave it down below, because I know that that's something that people do struggle with. You know, even myself, I'm very confident, but there are certain parts of my body that I'm not as confident in and with. I think it's normal for women to be, or men to be, insecure about certain things, but it's just, you can't let it stand in your way from being who you are, from showing yourself love. It's like, yes, there's always going to be something that maybe you don't like about yourself or that you wish you could change it. Change it. But in the process, get to know and love yourself just the way you are. Y'all, who am I wearing eyeshadow? I mean, I know it's just a little bit, but still. Gonna take a Q-tip and remove my moles. Let's see if these lashes are dry. I've been having such problem with my lashes lately, but I did just order a new pair. Shout out to Java Lashes, my favorite lashes. This is my cousin's lash line. I love them so much. These are in the style Worth Avenue, and I have a coupon code. I'll leave it across the screen. Woohoo, shout out to me. Yeah, I think that's the lashes way of telling me, girl, it's time to replace us. They're on the way. I got my lashes on. They are a little wonky, but we're gonna go with it. For blush, I've really been loving my NARS Tao. This is she. She's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous girl. Shit, can I talk? Gorgeous, gorgeous girls are confident. You know, another thing that's helped my confidence? Learning to do my makeup well, because it's like, even if, you know, obviously you guys have seen me without makeup, I have a lot of acne, scarring, and imperfections and hyperpigmentation, but learning new skills helps make me more confident. Even though I know that I don't look like this when I take my makeup off, it just makes me feel so nice. That's why I say, if you haven't yet found your level of confidence that you need, this is kind of like faking it till you make it. Put on some makeup, get dressed up, put on some nice smelling perfume, and literally just feel your best. Soon you will start to exude it and it will become a part of you. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. And if you surround yourself with people who are confident, you are going to become that person. I promise. That's why it's also so important to have a representation of Black women, Latino women, Native American women, Middle Eastern women, plus size, tall, petite women. It's so important for us to see ourselves embodied in the greater picture of what is considered normal, because that helps our confidence. Shout out to all the plus size influencers online. There are even people that I follow who don't necessarily share my same style, and I wouldn't necessarily dress like them, but seeing them dress up and wear the things that they wear, seeing their confidence helps me. It gives me the opportunity to feel like I'm confident to do what I want to do. Shout out to y'all. I was talking to my friend Brianna about the Skims swimwear because you guys know I did a review, like a plus size try on haul of her swim collection, and I still haven't worn my swimsuit yet. It's such a risque swimsuit. Like, I can't wear that in Atlanta. I have to wear that like out of the country, preferably in Jamaica. And that swimsuit gives me so much confidence. You know, people can say however they feel about Kim Kardashian. I definitely have my own opinions, but I will say that her clothing makes me feel so confident and sexy and amazing in all my flaws, with my rolls and my stretch marks and my imperfect body, with my belly. Her styles make me feel so confident, and it's so important because most people wouldn't have put out a collection that's inclusive. So I'm grateful, literally. Okay, last step. I'm dropping everything. Last step is gonna be highlighter. This is my Fashion Fair highlighter, which I love. And I think today I'm gonna use the pink side. Just a little pop of color since I already have gold on my lids. Who am I wearing eyeshadow? So guys, that is the finished makeup look for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel so made up. Lashes and eyeshadow, you know, even though it's not like a smoky eye, like, who am I? I hope you guys also enjoyed the little chit chat. I hope it gave you the confidence to go out there and be your best self. That's what I mean by live your best life. It's not about being the prettiest, the skinniest, having all the money, having all the vibes. It's literally living in your truth and being happy or content with who you are. Like, confidence is something that can't be bought. It can be faked. You can definitely fake it till you make it. I believe in that. But when you find that confidence in yourself to really just be yourself, life just gets so much more beautiful. And I wish that for each of you. So I hope this helps somebody to know that you're beautiful and perfect just the way you are, imperfections and all. I love you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.